Today we want to talk about two best players in the entire set of BTK. These two players you got to watch out for. What do they do? What do they contribute towards BTK that might change the entire landscape of the spring season NACT? And these two players are mlbb, of course. Everybody knows mlbb. Number two is actually Joyboj. This player is the hidden gem for BTK. I think if mlbb and Joyboj are able to really harvest, really develop the bond, the connection between them, they can actually turn the table around and go to the playoff and go to the grand final and really change the BTK's fate. You know, obviously they still have a chance to go to MSC and really want to. So without further ado, I'm going to show you some proof why these two players are definitely someone you gotta watch out for and you gotta pay attention to. Let's jump into it. Now, right off the bat, I got some clips. Again, completely unedited. You can see right here, right away, Joyboj with Engage. The game one of BTK taking on the Jordan's Empire, the Empire, is gonna be, you're gonna see every single Engage coming out from Joyboj, okay? Every single one. And you're gonna see a lot of 1v4, 1v3 moment come up from mlbb. So I'm gonna show all of that. Now, right away, you already saw Engage from Joyboj right here. Number two, let's take a look off the mid lane rotation from Joyboj, right? You can see right now we have three people on the top side from Empire trying to do something to the Melissa. Now, Yuna knows this, but Yuna still has a dash, you know, ready to be deployed. And then look at the mid lane, right? You have Xavier and Grok leveraging the wave clear that they have. Grok skill 1, Xavier skill 1-2 combo, clear the wave, and they're gonna out-rotate their opponents come to the top side and working in unison with Zane. So let's take a look at this top lane clash. Obviously, Reckless have a half a second delay, you know? He like his team is ready, and yet he's waiting for something and he missed a golden moment. Let's take a look how long he waited, right? Seeing Yuna here, Reckless should have immediately gone in. And I would have immediately gone in. This guy didn't have, remember, this guy didn't have Flicker, right? He has Inspire. So you could have immediately gone in and just, you know, wombo combo, but obviously Reckless, because that 1 second delay or hesitation, bought the precious time for BTK to rotate from mid. But now knowing that you have a number disadvantage, right? Knowing that Zane and Joyboj are already here, and they have Yuna. Whether you see Yato or not, it's already not important. But obviously at this point, you know, Demon should have given the team the announcement, hey, by the way, you have the entire side of BTK rotating towards the top side, you guys should pay attention. But instead of running away here, you can see Reckless decided to stay here and really just made a huge mistake of using ultimate. Look, Alex already ran away. Now, if they really synced up, what they could have done, Reckless walking up, getting Zane, getting Yato at the same time, working with Alex, working with Mikasa. One skill, one ultimate from Brody, the torn apart memory. You could have do some serious damage. On top of the fact, you have Demon coming a little bit late, but he's still gonna be here on time, you know, for the team fight. But instead, they chose the little weird route, and then again, Joyboj immediately taking advantage of that, coming back with huge counter engage, and then got this two taken care of, you know, with Zane's damage on top of it. So just show you that you cannot really hesitate with a tank. If your team setup is ready, you should go in, make the call decisively and go in. That's why I told every team, you know, in the beginning of the entire series, whoever I got a chance to talk to, the team really comes down to how decisive your tank players are, how aggressive that tank player is, and how much connection that tank player with your jungle, with your mid lane. The jungle, mid, and tank rotation synergy is going to define the early phase of the game. And then towards the mid game is really the EXP laner. Actually, the really early game, the 2-minute turtle fight, a lot of it is contributed by the EXP laner, right? Can your EXP put enough pressure to the enemy jungler? Now, in this game, you don't see, in NA, I don't see much of an EXP gap just yet. I think a lot of EXP are really, really good. It's mainly just the tank difference, right? The connection, you know. We talked about in the last episode, the Ohio connection. Now, over here, you're going to see some of that. A lot of that actually come out from Joyboj and Zane. But still, it's not as clean as Ohio Brothers. And let's take a look continuously of what's happening here. Let's go to the next clip, which is right here. See, this is one of the clip where we see Zane 1v3, right? The exact 1v3 right here. On turtle completely by himself. He get pulled, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't seem like, you know, the jungler from the side of the Empire is ready. They took the fight they shouldn't have, and kaboom, right? From Zane, just completely 1v3 right there, and then coming back and then clean the house. So just very, very unfortunate from the Empire. They do not have their jungler ready. There's no way you can kill someone like Fredrin at that point, especially with on a level 8 Fredrin, you know, so they just made a wrong choice one more time and get absolutely punished. Now, the next fight, one more time, let's take a look of this jam. You know, let's take a look at minimap setup. 3 people from BTK is coming down mid. They don't really sync, they didn't sync the top wave. They had the lower slow push, which is okay. They were syncing the mid and bottom wave, right? Tried to take the mid tower and bottom tier 2 tower, which is a smart choice from BTK's side. This was obviously talked about and shot-called. You can see the execution here. And let's take a look at Joyboj's position, right? Now he's moving towards mid because bottom wave is coming in. And they made a clear call, let's dive mid. And that's really, really good, and the execution was really good. This is where Joyboj actually have the confidence with the entire game's build-up, the 10-minute mark. Let's take a look, right? Joyboj, camouflage, right? The conceal play into the flicker ultimate, beautiful wall charge, and that set up the whole tone for the entire team fight here. I don't know what this camera is doing here. You see this? This camera is criminal. But hey, take a look, you know, obviously Alex trying to go back in, do something, but still, nonetheless, a great engage coming out from Joyboj to make sure that one, like, you know, happened. That one do really well, you know. The fall wasn't that good, a 2-2 trade, but nonetheless, that miss was criminal. Nonetheless, was still really, really good engage from Joyboj, taking the mid tier 2 tower, taking the bottom tier 2 tower. This 2 tower going down with the first 9 enhanced Lord is really good. It's really job well done, right? Look at the gold difference, 3,000 to 35. You know, 30,000 to 35. Let's take a look at the gold difference before this fight, and then you will get a better look at it, right? Actually, it's 6,000 gold, and that's why you don't want to die at lore push, I should say, you know? So when the gold difference has shrunk, should I say, but nonetheless, still really good engage. Zane followed up with Yuna. It looks really good on them. Reckless comes in with a pull. That kind of, you know, Yuna death right here really did not help. You know, really did not help at all. And then you have T obviously chasing way too deep onto Demon. That's not something that's supposed to happen, right? So, just big mistake over there. But nonetheless, it's a disconnect again from BTK side. I just show you that a lot of stuff that they can work on. Still, it was really good engage from Joyboj. Next team fight, even better, right? Take a look at over here. I think that I overplayed it. Let's take a look at how it started, right? So if you go forward, again, take a look at setup. Zane is calling the entire team onto the blue side. He has vision. He knows they're inside the jungle. And again, same setup, this too. Camouflage, conceal, running towards the team, right? Joyboj engaged really decisive this entire game. Take a look. Jumping in, immediately ulting to the bush. 3 people knock up. Yuna, skill 2, auto attack. Game over. You know, really, really good engages or follow-up engage from Joyboj, right? This is something that I wish every tank player can do. You know, really good execution right there. But obviously, if this setup against a better team like Ohio Brothers, it might be actually dangerous. You know, because this is 5 people here. There's 5 people here. You know, they could have engaged on Zane if they had damage. Now, I don't know whether they have the damage or not. Zane's level 15, 11, 11, 11, 13, 11. Zane probably could have tanked everything. So there's a reason why they didn't want to engage here. They're probably looking for, you know, Yato, looking for Yuna, but they couldn't find those people. You know, so really good, really well done from BTK, should I say, hitting their position. But once Zane's in trouble, immediately Joyboj comes in, and it's a clear house. It's a clean house, right? So again, this two's connection, Joyboj and Zane in this game are just too good, too clean, and that obviously helped them winning the game. Nice wall, beautiful execution, very, very good mechanics. You know, it's hard to believe that Joyboj is already 50 years old. I don't think he is, but the connections are really good, right? Let's take a look at the last engage one more time. Right here, Joyboj, look, doesn't have ultimate just yet. But his ultimate is coming down in a few seconds. He's communicating with the team, and everybody's waiting. Let's take a look. Patience, patience, patience. Look, the moment I've literally framed it, right? The ultimate comes down, come off cooldown. Joyboj immediately engage, ult into flicker onto the wall, get many people knocked up and stunned for a long period of time, and Zane just comes in, clean it up along with the team, and that's game. You know, really beautifully done again from Joyboj, from the engage right there. And let's take a look at the next clip. Again, this is the second game. Second game, BTK actually barely won this one, right? They had a Granger, which is not something their team practiced for. But this entire game, I think BTK was behind. You can see right here. Even they got the lore somehow. They're still 10,000 gold behind compared to their opponent, which is the Empire. And then Joyboj still find a decisive engage, camouflage flicker ult into Zane's damage. That's nada. Actually, just skill 1 damage and boom. It was easy peasy, right? Really, really good play right there from Joyboj. Decisive. And that's a quality that's really rare in the tank players now. And once you have a tank player that can do that says, hey, let's go, call the entire team on and rally the team for it. And that's going to be a huge plus. And you saw, despite the disadvantage, right? The gold deficit. They calls the team for it. He knows he has the damage. He has Zane ready. He has Valentina with him. He goes in, pull, boom. Over, right? The Julian didn't even get to do anything, even with the Winter Truncheon, even with them being ahead. They still couldn't do anything. You know, really, really good. Just a tank diff, should I say, right? Knowing when to engage. Reckless, again, playing really hesitant, should I say? And then that's something that all the tank players in North America or in the world, when you're watching this, you should really learn, right? From a tank player like Joyboj, which set up a game plan and go for it. You know, when you play tank, you cannot be crossing the street. You know, like half-ass, right? Just cross or don't cross, cross, don't cross. When you make a U-turn, you do it or you don't do it, you know? But you have to be decisive. And that's something that BTK really did this game. And because of that, look, they're able to get the high ground tower and completely turn the fight around. Completely turn the fight around. Nice engages from Reckless that turned out to their favor. Yuna get killed, you know, and everybody else just kind of fall apart right after Yuna get killed. So, last clip that I want to show you is right here. Whoa, this is not a clip. The game is already over. You know, let's take a look right here. Boom. You see, first of all, Mikasa, you know, made a huge mistake going in, jumping at himself, knowing that Yato has Kaja's ultimate. You can see this, by the way. You see Kaja's ult, like right, somebody's not paying attention. Right on top of Yato, he still decided to go in, right, and then get Yato ulted. Okay, we have Zane damage. Boom, easy. Right, and then Joyboj, knowing that, okay, this guy might die in my backline, patience, 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 wait. And then once this guy ultimate is done, he flicker in, beautiful, into Destinata, into Zane's damage. Patience, right? Decisive. He calls the team for it, like he was hanging out. You can see right here. The team was obviously ready, right? Like, okay, this guy is dancing around, he's patient, and then he's calling his team. That's why the team is moving forward. All at the same time. This is another example of, you know, T is not ready. And look, T is on the minimap. He's like all the way here. This is the 4v5 that the BTK won. You know, it's criminal. Again, this is against a better team. BTK will be heavily punished. Even though it's a really good example of Zane and Joyboj synergy. That's what I wanted to show. But it's nonetheless, it's not really a great example of when to teamfight, when not to, you know? Because their team is simply not ready, and obviously Empire is just not really engaging properly. You know, like you have a suiciding Mikasa, and then after suiciding Mikasa, like they hang out a little bit too much, you know, when they shouldn't have, and Alex, you know, could have jumped away, should I say, but didn't do it successfully. So overall, I gotta say, like, pretty interesting game from BTK over there, and really good engages. Joyboj already have the aggressiveness built in. This guy is a really good Chow player, really good any tank player, to be honest, any tank that he get his hands on. The most important thing that BTK need to work on is the connection of the mid lane, right? Joyboj and Yato, as I talked about in the last episode, because if they work on that, I think they will be a much better team moving forward. So again, guys, I hope this is helpful towards all the players, all the teams watching, you know, moving forward, especially for North American players. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the bell into all notification bells. Ascendave signing off. We'll see you guys next time. Bye for now. Just for the thrill.